I can't tell you how pissed I am. My computer just crashed. I have no idea why. I unplugged the USB stuff and then it went boom. Anyway, we were about to start. Well, yes. It's just so fucking awesome. Uh, Hello there. Because this is actually, I'm going to put this recording onto YouTube, so I'm going to say hello again. Hi, guys. Welcome to another video or another stream. We're still trying to fly the Pacific Edge tour. I just had a computer crash. This thing restarted, so I'm going to have to load the simulator again. And for some reason, my throttle didn't work, so let's see how this plays out. I don't know. Um, we're we're gonna start at Comox, which is Charlie Yankee, Quebec, Quebec. Mm-hmm. And we'll see about that, I guess. Welcome back, Skinflints. I guess that's you. Fucking computer bull. It kind of takes forever to load on this machine. I don't know why. Really, truly, I have no idea. But I guess it's the simulator, not the computer. Ding da dong ding dong dong. I'm bored. Really. And it's like always the same intro video, which is getting boring as well. It's always the same. It's never changing. It's always the same. And it's always struggling to keep up with the bandwidth. I don't know. It's boring. The sky is the limit, really, in this simulator. Whoopsie daisy dooby dooby doop doop doo doo doop doop doo dooby 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 doop doop doo. I am bored to hell and back. This is so unfortunate. I will explode on in my head and then kill another bear in the wilderness, in the wilderness. It does take really forever to load. It is not funny to watch this shit for the umpteenth time. It's not really entertaining a whole lot. No, sir, no, it's not so great. I will kill the bear with my bare hands. The goddamn Monument Valley sucks if I'm not there in person, no. The simulator is a piece of trash, but even worse is the Logitech shit. Okay, let's go at it again. Start. Free flight. There's a yellow thing up here. Sergeant Spanner. Oh, that was the guy that we lost on the way yesterday, I think. Unfortunately. CYQQ. Comox. There we go. Yes, it does forever take to load this shit. It's unbearable. No, yes, please. Goodbye. There is the ram that we was going to use set as departure. Skinflints is waiting for us as it seems. I'm sorry, buddy. This shit is taking longer than anticipated. Unfortunately, Mr. Skinny, the weather is pretty good today, so there's no reason to really fly IFR. We're going to do it anyway, I guess, on the approach, but it isn't necessary. It does really take forever to get through the clouds. You're into my Kodiak stuff. Here we go. Before anything else, we're going to have a look at whether this works. It does. Holy cow. I'm happy. It does work. At least that. Alright, so let's start her up again. And we're going to turn on the pitot heat. Pitot heat. Pitot heat. There's an advisory waiting for us. No. I was almost made a grave mistake. I would have blown the engine. So here we go.
Pause system test. Okay.
Let's see. We've got 2 viewers, actually. What is going on? It's getting crowded in here. Low idle, here we go. Let's wait until the values actually stabilize. Peaking out at 575. There we go. Now we can go ahead and turn off the starter, turn off the ignition, and set the aux fuel pump to standby. We're going to make sure that we have appropriate temperatures in here. I do like it a little bit colder than 25 degrees Celsius. That's nice. Okay. I'm gonna skip the ATC part now because we're in a hurry. The evening is already over almost. We're gonna start from looking at the wind, 60 knots coming from southeast. We're gonna start from runway number 12, I would say. And off we go. We'll release the parking brake. Let's see if this thing still works. That's nice. You never know with this Logitech bullshit. Everything else looks good. The brakes are working. So let's go ahead and go to runway number 12. So right now, just to give you a little something to laugh about, I'm actually using the Logitech yoke and the Thrustmaster throttle because the throttle quadrant of the Logitech stuff is broken completely. It's I just can't use it anymore. It's so broken. Now I'm using the Thrustmaster throttle and a yoke that do not fit together, but it works kind of. Mr. Skinflints is flying a tail dragger today, as it seems. What's going on? You coming along? Yep. Yes, you are. Okay. Okay, I think this might be runway 12. Yes, it is. According to the airport chart. Let's go ahead and lower the flaps to 20. I need to zoom out. It's a little bit too zoomed in. Prop full forward. We can actually turn on the landing lights. I don't forget it today. Hooray. Let's just adjust the autopilot real quick. Let's go to 3,000 feet for the beginning. Yaw damper on. Let's climb with about 1,200 feet per minute. And let's put on heading mode at the beginning. We're going to switch to nav later on. So, yep, I think we're good to go. Mr. Skinflints is probably still doing his pre-flight check. You're driving a Beechcraft today. I'm gonna take off. I guess you're gonna be able to what the, I'm liking the words here. You're gonna be able to come along. You're gonna be able to catch up. That's what I was about to say. So we're already too fast. Let's climb up. We're gonna have to go to a heading of about, let's see, 180 degrees, 118 degrees at the beginning. We can set the heading to 118. Oh man, wrong direction. 118, there we go. I think we can already activate the autopilot. That should not be a problem, really. Yep, that does work. We can raise the flaps. We're above 90 knots, so we can raise the flaps a little bit. The weather is not looking too bad right now. At least we're going to be able to see something. We're flying. We're going to fly over Hornby Island and what's it called? Qualicum Beach and Nanaimo. That's our next waypoint, Nanaimo. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, Nanaimo. Actually, you know what? We're not going to fly over the water. That's just too boring. We're going to turn right and keep above the land, because there's a whole lot more to see. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty boring. I want to do sightseeing. Actually, now that we've taken off, we can go ahead and activate ATC, because otherwise it just feels like cheating. We can talk to approach. I'm not sure if it's Comox approach or something else, but let's just call it Comox approach. What is happening? Am I too fast? Oh, I should raise the flaps. Yes, I should. Let's go ahead and reduce the RPM to 2000. Something like that. And the torques to, like, not so little. 1200 something. What was I about to do? Contact ADC. Nanaimo approach, Kodiak Delta, Foxtrot Delta. Just left Comox Valley Airport, is flying at an altitude of 3,000 feet towards the destination of Nanaimo. They're struggling with the shit that I was just saying to them.
Kodiak, November, Delta, Foxtrot, Delta, Comox approach, roger. Confirm if you are requesting flight following to Nanaimo.
Yep, I would like to request flight following Delta, Foxtrot, Delta. So, let's see if Mr. Skinflint is following.
Kodiak, Delta, Foxtrot, Delta, Squawk 3616 and ident.
Nope, he is not. Oh, yes, he is. Squawk 3616 and ident, Delta, Foxtrot, Delta. Code 3616. 3616 and ident. There we go. Let's turn to the left.
Kodiak, Delta, Foxtrot, Delta, radar contact. 7 south of Comox at 3,000 feet. Heading 178. Comox altimeter 29.59er.
Altimeter 29.59, Delta, Foxtrot, Delta. There we go. Mr. Skimplets. Where does he? Can't see him. There he is.
Diamond Tree 29er Sierra Tango, reduced to 100 knots. Your number 2 following a Cessna.
Going to 100 knots, number 2 behind the Cessna tree, 29er Sierra Tango.
Baines Sound Connect, Koloki. That's a ship. But is there some way to turn off the ship labels? I would like to keep the aircraft labels, but I don't want the ship labels because I don't really care about those. So let's see, I have to open up another file here, and I wanted to take a look. I've got an axle list. And I wanted to listen to some music today that you guys won't be able to listen to because otherwise I'm going to get a copyright strike. But I don't want to listen to 3 beats all the time because it's boring as hell. So, I got that right. There we go. So how do you do, Skinflints? Are you able to write something? Look at that. There's a nice, I don't know what it is, highway number 19 down there. Lots of cars. Today we're going to do I follow roads. IFR. What is that? Is that a, oh, I see. This is a power line. That's why they cut down the trees. Let's turn to the left. There's a lot of rain over there.
FedEx 1482, heavy climb to 7,000, report passing through 5,000. Climbing to 7,000, will report passing 5,000, FedEx 1482, heavy.
So we're going to have a I'm thinking about actually doing another tour parallel to this one, because it's probably going to be pretty boring for views to all the time follow this particular, let's call it a safari. But I always wanted to do the Icelandic tour, the ring road. I want to call it Ring Road Rally. Because what is it with the tour? What it basically does is follow the ring road in Iceland. And, I've been there myself personally, actually, and I've done this tour with a car, and it is awesome. Iceland really is an awesome place, and I think, as far as I've been able to determine, there are quite a lot of interesting places also in Flight Simulator that you can watch from the sky. For example, volcanoes and waterfalls, actually, and all the nice glaciers that you have on Iceland. And oh man, I just gotta see my tits. And a whole lot of other stuff that's actually cool to look at. Islands. What would be interesting, though, I'm going to take a look at the map, really. There is one particular airport on Iceland. I'm going to show it to you guys because it's really fun. I'm not sure if it exists in FS 2024, because it didn't exist in 2020. And that's the airport here. This is a little island called Grimsey, and this island actually it's some kind of protected space because there are animals here, especially birds, and some of these birds are in danger of going extinct, I think. At least there are some really strongly protected areas where birds are breeding. And on this island, you're not allowed to have pets because the pets, I mean, they would like cats or dogs. I don't know. You're not allowed to have pets because there would be a chance that they'd go ahead and diminish the population of birds. So whatever you do, if you want to go to this island, do not bring your pet. They're gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do to the pet, but you're gonna get a whole lot of you know what I mean. So, and there's an airport on this island, but unfortunately, I don't know why, because that would be that's actually one of the most prominent airports on Iceland, but they did not put it into the flight simulator. Not in 2024, unfortunately. I think you can get it as an add-on on flightsim.to. I think I remember that they have this.
5 plane 11 Bravo Charlie Squawk 0315 switch to 135.4.
I think it would be worth putting it into
to
the simulator.
135.411 Bravo Charlie.
What you
I'll
can,
grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
you can still go ahead and
After
land.
departure, radar vectors to Uniform Quebec, then as filed. Departure runway 36, initial climb to 4,000. Departure on 127.10, squawk 3456, Cherry 888.
Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so you can actually see this, the runway. You can see it in the simulator, despite the fact that it's not actually being registered at an airport. It's not actual scenery, but you can see it from the satellite imagery. So you are able to land there. I did that already at some point, but you're not going to get any service or fuel or anything. So that's a bit unfortunate. But other than that, it's really fun to fly over Iceland because it does have spectacular little landscapes. So what we essentially would be doing during this tour is kind of take off either on Keflavik, which is the international airport, and then you have Reykjavik. That's kind of the domestic airport, and then you fly along. This is the ring road. I'm not sure if you can actually see it. Yes, you can see it. The red line here, the red road, this is the ring road, and it goes all around Iceland, all the way. And there are many very nice little towns here, and there are glaciers where you can do tours, and it leads along the coast and along the fjords, and there's Egilstaðir. And these places are really, really, really cool. I've seen many of them, and during our honeymoon that I had with my wife. And there's Akureyri, which is an awesome town. It's one of the bigger towns. And there's the ring road, and leads all the way to the northwestern fjords. We actually drove here, and some parts you cannot go without proper cars, but this particular road over here, this is also extremely awesome to drive. It's going all along the shores of these fjords, and it's probably one of the most beautiful areas to actually drive a car that you'll ever see in your life. And then you can go back to Reykjavik, and there are really a lot of very, very beautiful sights to see on Iceland. And the landscape is so otherworldly because there are almost no trees. It's all like, I don't know, it's like desert, really stony desert at some points, and there are the highlands. You cannot go there with a regular car. You need guides because otherwise you're going to get lost. And we only had a regular car, so we would only be able to drive on this road and a couple of off-road stuff a couple of off-road roads, but nothing really serious. You'd have a four-wheel drive car and some kind of Jeep to go into the more remote areas. But we didn't do that. So I hope that at some point in my life I'm gonna be able to go back there. But it is it has become
Air
very,
Canada
very expensive.
225, hold at Waypoint Briggs. Expect further clearance in 10 minutes.
At least for tourists,
Holding
because
at Briggs, waiting for further
guys living
clearance.
in
Air Canada
Iceland,
235.
they're actually earning a whole lot
Cessna
more,
5 Sierra Bravo.
money
Before you
than.
can fly IFR, you'll need to have your SimBrief username set up, and you'll need to file your IFR flight plan on SimBrief. SimBrief is free. Go to the Say Intentions pilot portal, then settings, then enter your SimBrief username.
Oh, they're talking all the time.
Tower, Cessna 5 Sierra Bravo.
You know what? I think I'm going to turn
Holding
off.
on runway 29, ready for VFR clearance to the east.
Approach U.S. Air 350.
I've just turned off the generic voices because they're annoying me right now. So yeah, Iceland is really some very nice place to visit. And also in the simulator, because some of the things that you can see in real life are also visible in the simulator. So I'm going to do a tour about that. It's not going to be a very long tour because Iceland is not a very big island. It takes about 2 to 3 hours, depending on the kind of aircraft that you use. But with a Kodiak, I expect it to be like 2.5 to 3 hours to cross the entire island. So there's not a whole lot that you can. If you fly with a speed of like 150 knots, actually it's a pretty small island. So at least if you're going by plane. So I guess, I don't know, a couple of legs, maybe 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's say it would be like 6 to 7 legs, something like that. And then it's over. But it's pretty cool. We're gonna do that. Weather still looks okay-ish. Mr. Skinflints is flying a different route here. You know what? I'm gonna do an IFR approach to Nanaimo, but we're only doing or I am at least, I'm only doing a touch and down, and then go on to fly towards Ryder Harbor. So the
Kodiak, Delta Foxtrot, Delta, contact Vancouver, approach on 128.6.
128.6 for Delta Foxtrot Delta. Good day. So 128.6. So, but I was about to enter the code for Nanaimo, which is Charlie Yankee Charlie Delta. Charlie Yankee Charlie Delta. Oh, I should be using, I have this awesome little software that I was told about by Skinny. I should be using that. It's actually pretty awesome. Let's clear that and get rid of the menu. And then let's create a flight plan. Set origin. Origin was Comox. That is CYQQ. There we go. Enter. And the destination will be CYDC, CYDC, there we go. CY, oh, that's wrong. CYCD, there we go. Okay, then that's it. And load procedure, approach. What kind of approaches do we have? Oh, let's see. Nanaimo has runway 16. Let's do runway, I don't know. There's 2 approaches for runway 16. Let's just go ahead and choose the X one. That will be Nanu. Where is Nanu? Where is Nanu? I can't see it. I think that we're already a little bit too far. Trail, blah, blah, blah. It's actually a little bit confusing what's happening here. Where is trail? I can't see. Tapka. Can I see Tapka? Kodiak, blah, blah, blah. Tapka, there we are. This is Tapka. Let's go to Tapka. Load and activate the approach. Here we go. And then switch to nav. Does it actually get it? There. Activate. Oh, I should be switching to CDI. There we go. Nav. There it is. I would like to detach the window. That is a little bit annoying, really, that you have to reinitialize the window to detach it from the flight simulator. That's one of the few things that are not so cool. Yep, that's all right. There we go. That go. And we need to be at an altitude of 3,100 feet, which we almost are. We're going to stay at 3,000. Next waypoint is going to be Pesgu. And where is Pesgu? There it is. Okay, I can see it. Yeah, we're gonna fly a little. We're gonna fly a little circuit here, and then rejoin the path because now we're crossing the waypoint of Tapka, actually, and then we're gonna go to Pesgu, and then we'll slowly fly in towards the airport. And then we'll do our little touch and go. And then we're going to go on towards Friday Harbor. Skinflints is already there, almost. Look at these juicy clouds. Juicy, juicy clouds. So now, as you can see, we can see the path that we're supposed to be flying. It already kind of calculates the radius of the turn that we're going to have to do it in a smooth and controlled manner. So that's pretty cool. How about we call Vancouver Approach, right? Vancouver Approach, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, is at 3,000 feet, about 10 miles north of Nanaimo, with the intention to land. No, the correction, with the intention to do touch and go.
Kodiak, November Delta Foxtrot Delta, Vancouver approach. Good afternoon, Nanaimo, altimeter 29er.59er.
Altimeter and 29er.59er, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta. So we can go ahead and reduce the speed a little and set prop to full forward.
Kodiak, Delta Foxtrot Delta, Nanaimo Airport at your 2 o'clock 9er miles. Change to advisory frequency approved. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Take care.
Frequency change approved. Squawk VFR. Delta Foxtrot Delta. Unfortunately, actually, the Nanaimo Airport does not have a tower. It does have ground, but it doesn't have a tower. So, let's hit that approach button. Oh, we're getting dangerously slow. And we're slowly but steadily approaching the glide path. I think I didn't pay attention properly. That almost went not very nicely for me. Now it's catching up to the glide slope. We're too high, actually. So I guess I still need a little bit of training to do this properly, but that's all right. Let's keep the speed at about 100 to 90 to 100 knots, something like that. And lower the flaps. Lower the flaps even further. It is really struggling quite a lot if you're not able to keep the speed above, if you're not able to hold the speed at a steady, to hold the speed at a steady value. Like, I don't know. I need to learn how to use the auto throttle on this plane, because it does have it, but I've never used it. Let's lower the flaps and do the rest manually. I can turn off the autopilot now. The approach was all nice and dandy, sort of. We do have a bit of crosswind here, like 11 knots. We're dangerously slow again. Dude, it's this throttle. I'm not used to the throttle. The throttle is we should lose some altitude. We're not on the glide path. As you can see, for those of you who don't know, this is my glide slope indicator. I can actually see where I am supposed to be, at which altitude I'm supposed to be flying. So right now I'm struggling to remain on this path.
500.
But I guess no, it's gonna. I think now it's gonna work. But the crosswind is pretty nasty right now. We're a little bit too high. Too low. I want the proper throttle. This thing is a mess. What is going on? I haven't had such a bad approach in a long time. But the weather is nasty right now. I'm being pushed and pulled in all kinds of directions. Go. Okay. Let's raise the flaps. One notch. Yeah, there's some good crosswind going on. No doubt about that. Let's take off again. Okay. Skinny, you still with us? Quick peek. I think he already left. He left the scene. That's alright. It's boring to wait for this dude here doing his stupid approaches. So Next up will be Friday Harbor. It's already got a code, a United States code, which is Kilo Foxtrot. Kilo Foxtrot. Go ahead and put it in here. Come on now. Let's activate the auto. No, don't activate the autopilot until we have put in the heading mode. There we go. So back to the other window. Where is it? Show it to me. Oh, dude. Is there some way to actually move this thing around without me having to close it all the time? That doesn't make any sense, really. What were they thinking when they designed this? I mean, the software is pretty cool, but the handling of the window sucks. There we go. Let's put it to the side here. So let's go ahead. We're at Nanaimo. Let's just enter a new flight plan. Can I kind of cancel it? Menu. Delete. Yes, please. Okay, set origin was Nanaimo. Charlie Yankee Charlie Delta. Charlie Yankee Charlie Delta. There we go. And then set the destination. That would be Kilo Foxtrot. Kilo Foxtrot. Foxtrot H or exactly. There we go. Now let's choose another approach. What kind of nice approaches do we have here? Aeronav 34. Let's take a look at the airport chart. What is going on at the airport? Friday Harbor. So it does have RNAV at runway 34. Or we could land at 16. You know what? Looking at the wind, at least currently, we're probably going to land on runway 16 since we don't have weather. That's too bad. We don't have to do the IFR approaches every single time, but we can go ahead and activate nav mode, so we're going to fly directly to that airport. There we go. And let's see what's gonna. We're still climbing. Oh, where's? I don't want to climb. I want to stay at an altitude of about 3,000 feet, for crying out loud. I wasn't paying attention again. Let's reduce the throttle. So I think Friday Harbor is one of those airports that are featured inside some of the Discovery flights, I think. I don't remember. But I remember the name because Friday Harbor is, or it might have been some kind of a part of a mission from one of the seaplanes, maybe? Friday Harbor, does it have a seaplane base? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I think that was it. I think that was a mission, and already existing in FSX, maybe. Where Friday Harbor was the departure and maybe even the arrival airport. Vancouver approach, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, with you descending to 3,000 feet, about 20 miles south, no, 10 miles, correction, 10 miles southeast of Nanaimo, with destination Friday Harbor.
Kodiak November Delta Foxtrot Delta Seattle Flight Services, roger. Continue your descent to 3,000 feet. Destination Freighter Harbor noted. Altimeter setting for Quamachin Lake is 29.59er.
Altimeter 29.59er Delta Foxtrot Delta. We can reduce the RPMs to 2,000 and torque to about 1,200 something as usual. What's the fuel state? Still very good. I think Skinflints is already there. Or he will be at least pretty soon. How far is this? No, he's only 12 miles away. Hi there, Xcode. I'm not sure what kind of question you're asking here. The enhanced airport graphics career mode? I'm not sure what you mean by enhanced graphics. We've got like 20 knots of headwind right now, and it's no wonder the Kodiak only has a ground speed of 130 knots. That's not a whole lot, considering it can do 175 or something like that without any wind. It really is a beautiful bay, isn't it? Unfortunately, I can still see the labels of the ships. I don't really need them. Seattle Flight Services, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta is requesting flight following.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, contact Vancouver Center on 124.075 for flight following. They will provide you with further instructions and a squawk code.
Copy 124.075 for Vancouver Center, Delta Foxtrot Delta. Vancouver Center, Delta, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta is about 5 miles northeast of Victoria International. Would like to request flight following with destination Friday Harbor.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta Squawk 3616 and ident.
3616 and ident. Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta. 36. Oh, wait a minute. 36. Where is it? Oh. Code 3616 and ident. Maybe I
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, contact Victoria approach on 125.905.
Victoria approach 125.905 Delta Foxtrot Delta. Victoria approach Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta with you about 6 miles east of Victoria International. Request flight following destination Friday Harbor.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta. You already have flight following to Friday Harbor. Maintain current heading and altitude.
Maintaining current heading and altitude, Delta Foxtrot Delta. Okay, well, as I said, we're not gonna do IFR on this approach. We're gonna fly
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot
VFR.
Delta. Friday Harbor Airport at your 1 o'clock 11 miles. Change to advisory frequency approved. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR.
frequency change approved. Squawk VFR Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta. But they do have a tower. I don't get it why they're not transferring us to the tower. Oh no, that's a Victoria International. No, sorry. Friday Harbor doesn't seem to have a tower, that's true. Right? No, it doesn't have a tower. Yes, it does. But they're not transferring us to the tower, unfortunately. Well, anyway, let's listen to ATIS.
09er 61. Density altitude 0 feet. Arriving and departing runways 09er, 03, 14. Caution bird activity. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information uniform. Victoria International Airport, information uniform. 1900 Zulu. Wind 115 at 9er. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, view at 1800 feet. View at 10,000 feet. Broken at 12,000 feet. Broken at 25,000 feet. Temperature 11. Dew point 8. Altimeter 2961. Density altitude 0 feet. Arriving and departing runways 09er, 03, 14. Caution bird activity.
Okay, that's right. So currently we have 23 knots of headwind, so this would be a pretty awkward landing if we were to land on runway 34, because that much tailwind would be, I don't know, wouldn't be so funny, I guess. So let's go ahead and deactivate the autopilot and go ahead and do our VFR approach without too much fuss. Mr. Skinflints is already at Freddy Harbor. Holy Lord, that's some kind of crosswind right there. Where I'm flying now, the plane is practically moving sideways. Like 27 knots. It's crabbing its way along. Let's see, can we see the airport already there? You can see the runway. Let's go ahead and lower the flaps 1 notch. I hope this approach is going to be better. You can also see how much crosswind we have by looking at where the flight path actually goes to, because this is where the nose is pointing, but the plane actually points in this is flying in this direction, which means it's flying kind of sideways because of all that crosswind. So it's a whole lot, really. Let's lower the flaps even further. Yeah, I know that was a little early. Still a bit of crosswind, but not that much, and only 20 knots. Let's lower the flaps even further. We've got a little bit of turbulence from the hills below, but that's not too bad. Alright, thank you. I guess we're going to survive that. Skinny says 70 knots of headwind
500.
on
500.
short final. Let's reduce
500.
the throttle.
500.
It is a little bit bumpy today. We've got to work quite a bit to keep this thing lined up properly. So there we go. That was a bit too rough for my taste. There we go. What kind of plane were you flying today? Because you look like a tail dragger. At least your nose is pointing up. Oh, it's a Beechcraft D18. Is that a tail dragger? Okay. Here we are. Nice couple. What's this guy? No, this is an FAI plane, I guess. Turn that stuff off right there. Oh, that's all right. Your avatar is running around there, crouching actually. Are you looking for something? Some nice edibles on the ground, maybe? Some cockroaches to chew on. They're lining up here. There are a couple of chestnuts in a line waiting that something happens. So what's the time? It's actually not too late. I'm thinking of doing another leg, another waypoint. Actually, why do we not go to Seattle Tacoma? I have that much time today. Would you want to come along? What's it doing? That wasn't my intention. Beacon on, strobe and nav on, blah blah blah. Pitot is still on. Let's make sure this thing can get some fuel. There we go. it's still cut off. That's all right. Landing is still on. Oh, I don't care. So let's get this show on the road once again. We at 20. Yes, we are. Let's go and use the fuel. I hope the ITT is not going to explode. No, it's not. That's good. Values are settling in. We can turn this off as usual. Let's see. But this time we're going to do it right. So we will cancel it back there. Back. No, flight plan. Delete. Yes. Set origin. We're at Friday Harbor, which is KFHR. Enter. And the destination will be Seattle Tacoma. Which has the code Kilo Sierra Echo Alpha. Kilo Sierra Echo Alpha. Enter. And yeah, about that. Let's see about the approach. What kind of approaches do we have available? Because this airport has a lot of runways. Holy Lord in heaven. There's runway 16 left and center and right. The shortest one is a 16 right. That's good enough for us. But we might want to listen. Nah, let's just pick 16 right. There we go. And it doesn't really matter where we come from. Grifey. Where's that? That is somewhere to the north. There it is. Okay, that looks like a reasonable approach. We're going to pick it. There we go. So, let's put that window away. But this time we're going to, let's take a look. We should be at 6,000 feet. So, yeah, let's go ahead and climb to 6,000 feet using the autopilot. I don't have to take care of anything else then. I'm a lazy guy. Altitude, let's climb to with 1,300 feet maybe. Flight director is on, all the other stuff is on. Well, that's it. Okay, I think Skinny's left us. That's alright. Changing planes. Okay. Then, excellent. Then I'm gonna take off and you'll catch up. Let me just think what I have to do. Route full forward. Let's go ahead. Go high idle. skip the ADC stuff for now. Release the parking brake, and off we go. Off we go. And this little 172 is in the way there. Or is it? Yes, it's 172. Is he parking there? I don't know. There's nobody coming. Let's take off. Flaps to 20. And away we go. That was a quick takeoff, really. We did. I was actually not using the checklist, which means I missed the trim. I should have put it into a more takeoff friendly setting, but there's so much headwind anyway. We would have taken off after a couple of feet anyway. So flaps, we can activate the autopilot and let it do its thing. A Victoria departure, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta is 2 miles south of Friday Harbor, climbing to 6,000 feet en route to Seattle Tacoma, requesting flight following.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta Squawk 3616 and ident.
Squawk? Oh, you already have the squawk, don't you?
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta negative, you need to Squawk 3616 and ident.
3616 and 6 and ident, Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, we already have that, there we go. Actually, I could join that. I don't know if you're on the Discord server right now, but I am going to hop onto the Discord. Downloading updates. Well, of course. Checking for updates. Well, of course. It is taking its time, isn't it? We might actually be getting into these clouds. Maybe I should be staying on. No. Well, let's stay about at 4,000 and change to 6,000 once we are approaching. Waypoint for the approach. Yeah, I should be raising the... I should be... Let's reduce to like 2,000 feet. 2,000 RPM. 1,200 torques. There we go. Victoria approach. What's the altimeter right there? Delta Foxtrot Delta.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, Friday Harbor altimeter 29.59er.
29.59er for Delta Foxtrot Delta. Thank you very much. Victoria departure. Delta Foxtrot Delta is requesting an altitude of 4,000 feet.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, climb altitude 4,000 feet.
I would rather say that I'm going to descend to 4,000 feet. Right now I'm at 4,800 feet. So it is supposed to be descend. That's my silly mode again. Let's
Kodiak
descend.
Delta Foxtrot Delta negative, climb to 4,000 feet.
Are you kidding me?
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta negative, not kidding.
Well, yes, you are.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta negative, not kidding. Climb altitude 4,000 feet.
I am descending to 4,000 feet. Thank you very much, Delta Foxtrot Delta.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta negative, climb altitude 4,000 feet.
You're persistent, I'll give you that. I'm descending to 4,000 feet.
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta negative, climb to 4,000 feet. You read back descending instead of climbing.
Victoria, departure. Delta Foxtrot Delta has just reached the altitude of 4,000 feet. Are you happy?
Kodiak Delta Foxtrot Delta, roger, maintain 4,000 feet.
Maintaining 4,000 feet. Delta Foxtrot Delta is very happy about that. Thank you very much. What kind of island is that? Looks more like some kind of sea monster. There's the head. That's the tail. Oh Lord, this is Loch Ness. I think we're going to stay at 4,000 and go to Selleck, or just, you know, dude. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Let's take a look if we can actually spot Mr. Skinflint. Oh, there he is. He's approaching fast. With a passive aircraft generic piston 1 engine V60T. A Sobo passive aircraft generic piston 1 engine a V60T. Not bad. a nice and steady 21 degrees inside the cabin. It's nice down there, isn't it? Nice place to live and nice beaches. Might be a little bit cold even during the summertime. Well, no, it isn't. Seattle isn't that cold, really. I've been there once. I mean, it's not like Southern California, but it's still warm enough in the summertime, I would say, to take a bath in the ocean. Actually, let's take a look. I think I even still might have pictures from that done. I've made lots of pictures when I was there. Where's my picture folder? That was in 1999, I think. No, that's not true. That was in 1997. Nope, that was not my intention to show. No. I shouldn't be doing this with an open stream. I'm gonna show pictures only, so that was my wife, by the way. But I think it was in 97. Like almost 30 years ago. Holy Lord. I'm an old man. Oh, we're getting into the clouds here. Like 24 miles to go. Not that far anymore. But that's an awesome it's an awesome airport actually, with 6 runways, really. I've never been on the airport in reality. I've been at LA and San Francisco, but not in Seattle. And I also never have been at JFK. New York. I only have been in Boston, because the flights were cheaper to Boston. But I haven't seen some of the bigger airports yet. Maybe sometime in the future, or maybe not, depending on what kind of place America will be in a couple of years. So good. It's extraordinary. Oh, that was a word I don't really know. We've got 30 knots of headwind right there. Not bad. 127 knots of ground speed. It's a windy place here. Now I'm curious if there's a chance for me to actually that is the speed stuff thing right there. Yeah, there we've got it 30 knots from 160 degrees. So, and that is 145. There we go. How can we adjust this? That's only vertical speed, so do you happen to know, Skinny, from the look of the autopilot? I mean, this is a certain model of autopilot. I don't know which one, but if there's a way to actually activate some kind of auto thrust or something. Do not operate radar with personnel within 10 feet of pod dome. Okay. So they're going to get their brains mashed to a pulp. Well, we don't need all the thrust, but it would be nice. Seattle Tacoma International, you are the nicest little airport in the entire Western Hemisphere. Oopsie. That is a little bit, that looks a bit weird, looking through the mouth of this guy. That wasn't my intention. Spooky. Oh, look at these nice mountains back there. Beautiful. There's another big airport, as it seems that might be Snohomish County. So we've done about 1/5 of the entire tour so far. We've done, let me take a look. We have done about, something about 2,000 miles from a little bit over 10,000 miles that we're going to have to do still. No, I'm sorry. 11,000 miles is the total, and we've done about 2,000 miles so far. A little over 2,000. So it's still going to take a while until we end up on the Falklands. We are approaching Gracie pretty soon. Let's open up the list. There we go. 6,000 feet. I'm going to remain at 4,000. So there's Seattle. Can we see the Space Needle? I'm not sure if it's on this side of the bay. I don't think so. I actually don't remember. Might be. If it's visible at all from here. It's probably more to the south, actually. I'm not sure we're going to see it at all, considering the weather. Okay, so 1 second, next waypoint, Chalak, that will be 4,000 feet, or Salak. No, it does not yet have. We're still too far away, I guess. No, we shouldn't be too far away. Oh, it's starting to rain. Okay, it's starting to recognize where we are. We are supposed to be at 4,000 feet. It recognizes this. Maybe we can hit the approach button? No, not yet. Okay, so next waypoint would be Bouganet. But for some reason, the approach mode does not work. I don't know why. Oh, I forgot to activate the approach, actually. I'm such a doozy. No, wait a minute, stop, stop. Stop right there. No, this is not what I want. Stop. No, Bugna. Activate this leg, go ahead. There we go. No, we were at Bugna already. Activate this one. Yes, please. Oh dear me. But why does it not allow me to activate the approach mode? I'm supposed to be at 2,300 or descending to 2,300 feet. What am I doing wrong here? Aww. Well, I think I'm going to fly it manually. I don't know what's wrong here. I'm still a noob. So there is runway. That is runway something right. Which one is it? The 16 right. Someone's flying around in a Super Hornet. Let's see if we can catch up to Skinny, who's right below us. We're gonna fly right in behind him. I think there's somebody on the runway, but I'm not gonna go around. I can tell you right there, this guy's gotta go, not me. Oopsie. Wind's variable. This guy simply took off right in our face. What are these people thinking? I think I'm in your wake. That was a hard touchdown. This is no exit. Please, people, do not do this in real life. We are gonna get in trouble. There's the exit. So we're gonna cross one ways here, and it is a busy place. Really, lots of big planes are gonna run us over if we don't really pay attention. Oh, what is happening with my plane? What was that? I'm gonna land this thing on the taxiway, I swear to God. Quick and proper turn around, something that's gonna really strain our little plane.
500.
Let's make a proper touchdown this time. Ah, that wasn't very pretty either. What the hell is going on today? I haven't done this much bullshit in a long time. That what? Holy Lord, this is not good. I don't know what's going on. This thing bounces around
500.
like. What the hell the deuce did you? I seriously don't know. Let's put in some proper flaps here. Just go ahead and land. I just want to get on the ground. Please let me get on the ground. On some kind of taxiway right down there. That would be nice. What is this? Look at this. What is it? Is that a plane even? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of there are FPS drops here because of this. This is a this is a busy airport actually. Too much rudder. There. So sweet mother of God, please let me touch down without jumping and crashing. Right there in front of Skinny. We did it. I did it. Finally. That's true. I know. Sometimes it's just, you know, that's how the world works. There's, why do I have the yokes visible? I didn't do that. Anyway, so that was an interesting. Hey, parking brake. That was an interesting last part. So I will say good night and good luck, and I'll see you soon, Skinny and everybody else. YouTube, how to. Yes. Yeah, that was like textbook. That was originally that was OG landing, an original gangster landing. Oh, so nice. Well, have a nice evening. Have a good day. See you soon.